All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 12th. And as we do every day, we want to zoom out to help us maintain some perspective. And we can see here market close yesterday basically at the all time high, 86 quarter. Of course, trading 54.32 as of right now after that big boost from the CPI numbers. So we are continuing in that monthly breakout. You know, no surprise here. We're getting that continuation. We've talked about very key levels that we can stay above and get this continuation. So, in reality, not really much new information here on the monthly. Switching over to the weekly, we can see we are now going to be one time framing higher on the weekly time frame, right? So we went from that cessation of one time framing back into a balance, and this is something we talked about last week. Is that it's key to help maintain perspective. Morning, Tommy. To help maintain perspective and not get too bearish, right? And then we had talked about this level, this -4 close, which was 52.95. For the market to fail to stay below that level, we should see higher prices in the market. And so far, that is what we are seeing with a developing +4 weekly bar here as well. Switching over to the daily, you can see nice little 5-day balance with the close towards the all-time high, right? We were a couple ticks off of it yesterday. I think just one tick actually. This high here, all-time high 85 half, or the high yesterday 86 quarter, so it was actually higher by a point or so. We then have boosted up off that CPI. Still some FOMC data to come, as we're going to be opening up on a fairly large gap today. So the fireworks aren't over yet, but so far the fireworks have taken us a bit higher. I don't know if you guys can hear a vacuum in the back, but it sounds loud to me. Switching over to the profiles here, a little bit of review from yesterday, right? This is something that we talked about in the trade room. Pretty easily recognizable upside yesterday. We got this move lower into short covering, and then the market bounced, started to form a P shape with shorts ever more telling us that they are weak by leaving all these mechanical levels behind. We caught some nice longs. Had you waited for the trade plan to play out, you would have had to wait till late in the day, but the trade plan said to get long from 65 and target the 80. So, give it a check and call it a day, as the market closed at the high balance. So now the key for today, as we are kind of in this balanced breakout mode, is, are we going to get continuation, or are we going to come back into this, right? And it really is something I don't like to do when it comes to news. Trying to predict the news is like trying to predict the year on the penny that you find on the street before you pick it up, right? It's just really just a random guess. Nobody knows how the market's going to perceive what Powell says, or even you know what Powell is going to say beyond his prepared statement. So for today, in reality, we'll probably do nothing. My plan today is just to stay patient, and really, I might not even trade today. There's almost no point, um, just because the week has been just so generous to me. It's a larger gap, so if you're a newer trader, the best thing you can do is just sit back and relax and watch the market. Let it set in some levels. If you see some opportunity, remember there's a lot of emotion on days like this, and there's a lot of scrambling to do. And remember, we are above that prior month's high, and this is something that we talked about. Above that prior month's high, there's increased odds of short covering that can cause shorts that are on the monthly and the weekly and the daily, because we are balanced breakout on all of them, to have to cover positions. So this could easily come back into balance, or it could easily continue another 50 points and trade up to 5,500. I've been talking about this for a while, that we were thinking 5,600 is probably the target here this year. So we're getting closer, still a ton of time in the year, right? Could definitely come back a little bit and then run up, or go up and then come down, right? There's really just no way to predict the future, and that's just not something that I'm really into doing, and not something that I really suggest to anybody, because typically it's just going to put you in a world of hurt. You always got to pay attention to what the market is telling you. And that kind of brings me to my next point, where this past weekend, I had posted in the Discord basically the COT reports on the NASDAQ, right? And or on the ES, the NASDAQ, and the Dow. And so if you're not in the Discord, go ahead and like put a comment below this, or join the other Discord and send me a message. It's kind of how I do that 2FA, so the real Discord doesn't get swamped with bots. But you want to always maintain perspective. And I just wanted to read this real quick because I feel like it really helped people, that trade with us day in and day out. And it could probably help you as well. And I had said, for those who tend to overtrade, I recommend focusing on the COT chart profiles. And the COT chart profile here, we can see if we, oh, it's zoomed up there pretty good. It's fine. I recommend focusing on the COT chart profiles to determine your levels and stick to them. By doing so, you will undoubtedly trade less and be more focused on the profile's movements. This week's profiles provided numerous clues that going long was the right strategy, contributing to my best week of the year. And it really was. My last week, I just had an amazing week because the market gave us so many clues, and I was able to actually take longer trades and, keep these runners. I swung a trade for over 100 points. And, it might not seem like a lot to, some of these people that are out here making hundreds of thousands of dollars every day. But for those of us that are doing this to make an income, it really does change the game. And it really does make life a little bit easier and a little bit more relaxed, right? Like today, I really have no pressure on me at all to even do this stream. And I almost didn't, to be honest. I almost just took the day off. But I figured, you guys would probably be here, and I really do appreciate everyone that turns up every day, and likes to listen to my rambling. So thank you. But yeah, I mean, if that's a struggle that you personally may face, or that you think maybe could help you improve, just jump in the Discord, ask some questions, or hit me up on Twitter. I posted all this stuff on Twitter as well. I like to share it with everybody, not just not just the people that are in the Discord. We're really a community of traders. If you're looking for my Twitter, it's probably linked below the video. If it's not, it's Brad Bradley at Brad Bradley TTV. And you can see all the posts are on there. And if you're looking for, oh, did this guy just get lucky one time and now he wants some credit, just scroll back through the videos, right? They're 7 minutes long each, right? 5 minutes. This a little bit longer one, 11 minutes. And you can look at the posts and, do the determination for yourself, or do the back testing for yourself. And you can just see that it's really uh, undoubted that the, the plans are there, right? And the information's out there, right? You just have to look for it and kind of pay attention. And that's kind of where I come in, right? If you're having trouble deciphering the information or putting the information into a plan, right? You're really good at gathering information, but a little bit more difficult to actually turn it into motion. Well, that's where a team can come in. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you're managing risk and sticking to your trade plan, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.